there's a phrase that says scientists have discovered that. And I think the public are hugely interested and wary and curious and fascinated. And it's inevitable, therefore, that artists also are curious and wary and fascinated and questioning. Art is a very complex thing that is an image or a representation or a reflection, or sometimes it's just a process. And it responds to science in very, very many different ways. There are examples of artists working directly with scientists. I'm thinking, for example, of dancers and choreographers who work with brain scientists on proprioception, which is what happens when you understand the boundaries of where your body are. Well, I think there are huge questions around the very processes that are in biological art. Just this week in the UK, there was a vote, a very controversial vote in Parliament about the future of using bioengineering and human tissue with animal tissue, and that was agreed that that would go ahead. There was a debate about what is called saviour siblings, which is whether people could choose the embryos of younger children in order for them to survive and provide support or help or even donate organs to older children. All this science is happening very rapidly. So of course at every stage there's an ethical question, and artists are terribly good at raising ethical questions because they are cheeky, bold, ironic. Sometimes they'll take things to extremes and try out an idea, even to the point of absurdity. Well, yes, that's a good question actually, because there's a distinction between art for art's sake and art is a mirror, I think. Art is a reflection of social values and social ideas, and artists are often ahead of their time. They can project sometimes or imagine further than the average person can. And I suppose if one was to use the word function for art, which is a bit of an ugly word, but one would say that is what they're doing. They're reflecting us back to ourselves so that we can think further, but not just think with our minds, but think with our imaginations.